Hi there. It's July 15th and time for Proverbs 15. Let's jump over there. I like to use this chapter as instructions on how to have a disagreement with somebody when you're arguing. Good stuff. Let's begin. A gentle answer turns away anger, but a harsh word stirs up wrath. Think about having a disagreement with your significant other. A gentle answer turns away anger. If somebody comes up to you, it's because they're upset, and yelling at them is only going to add gasoline to a fire. Somebody has to stay calm and cool. Right? Talk softly. It's simple. Harsh word stirs up wrath, makes it worse. 2, the tongue of the wise makes knowledge attractive, but the mouth of fools blurts out foolishness. Now, could that go with number 1? Yeah, it could. A harsh word in the mouth of fools blurting out foolishness. The eyes of the Lord are everywhere, observing the wicked and the good. Statement of fact. This can go along with it too. The tongue that heals is a tree of life, but a devious tongue breaks the spirit. Right? Gentle answer. A gentle answer turns away anger. The tongue that heals is a tree of life. A devious tongue, harsh word, breaks the spirit and stirs up wrath. 5, a fool despises his father's discipline, but a person who accepts correction is sensible. Right. If somebody knows more than you about something, listen to them. Okay? It's just that simple. The house of the righteous has great wealth, but trouble accompanies the income of the wicked. Right. People that get their stuff deviously are always worried about it. 7, the lips of the wise broadcast knowledge, but not so the heart of fools. 8, the sacrifice of the wicked is detestable to the Lord, but the prayer of the upright is his delight. Guilt offerings, they used to call them. Retribution. When you're not giving something truly from the heart and you're just trying to get out of trouble, like paying a fine or something. Better off just praying. The Lord detests the way of the wicked, but he loves the one who pursues righteousness. Right? Always try. Pursues. I don't think anybody can be truly righteous, right? Except the very second that you're saved for that brief time until the world gets back in and tries to ruin it all. 10, discipline is harsh for the one who leaves the path. The one who hates correction will die. Wow. Sheol and Abaddon lie open before the Lord. How much more human hearts? Ain't that? God sees everything. Everything. 12, a mocker doesn't love one who corrects him. He will not consult the wise. Right. Mocker, fool. 13, a joyful heart makes a face cheerful, but a sad heart produces a broken spirit. Right. Other places says a joyful heart doeth good like medicine. A discerning mind seeks knowledge, but the mouth of fools feeds on foolishness. Right. Like all this fake news out there. People just eating that stuff up. And most of it's lies, People feed on that stuff. A discerning mind seeks the truth. It seeks knowledge. 15, all the days of the oppressed are miserable, but a cheerful heart has a continual feast. Right? You be happy in here. Being happy in here means knowing where you're going to end up. Okay? And if you know where you're going to end up, all this stuff is just trivial. It's all just trivial. Better a little with fear of the Lord than great treasure with turmoil. Right? It's better to be poor and follow the Lord than to have great treasure and all the trouble that comes with it. Right? People that have never been in that situation say, well, try me, I can do better than them. Okay. Except corrupts. Absolutely. Always. The more you have, the more it will corrupt you. Okay? I'm going to highlight that just because it's important. And I always call this the Thanksgiving verse, right? Better a meal of vegetables where there is love than a fattened ox with hatred. You go to those dinners and those functions with people you hate just to get a big meal, and people start arguing, and then the cops get called, and it gets awkward. They better off staying home. 18, a hot-tempered man stirs up conflict, but a man slow to anger calms strife. Okay? Slow to anger. Most of the time it just means keeping stuff to yourself, okay? Just keep your mouth shut and just keep on going. 19, a slacker's way is like a thorny hedge, but the path of the upright is a highway. Because you know where you're going. 20, a wise son brings joy to his father, but a foolish man despises his mother. Right. I see these protesters and these stupid kids out there just doing stupid stuff, and I often wonder, what must their parents think, you know? There's my son. He's gluing his hand to the street. Oh, I'm so proud. Not. Right? Foolishness brings joy to one without sense, but a man with understanding walks a straight path. Right? Some people just won't learn, okay? Some people are foolish and they never will learn. 22, plans fail where there is no counsel, but with many advisors they succeed. Right? Always get advice. If you're going to do something, get advice from somebody who's done it and done it successfully. They will tell you how to fail and how not to do something and how to do it successfully. Right? I'll get as much advice as you can. A man takes joy in giving an answer, and a timely word, how good that is. I think other ones say an apt answer, if I remember correctly. What is that? 23. Wow, I can't even see that today. Everyone enjoys a fitting reply. It is wonderful to say the right thing at the right time. Right. Yeah, there it is. NIV says a man finds joy in giving an apt reply. Oh. Right. It feels good to say the right thing at the right time, doesn't it? 24, for the discerning, the path of life leads upward, so that he may avoid going down to Sheol, or hell. The Lord destroys the house of the proud, but he protects the widow's territory. 26, the Lord detests the plans of an evil man, but pleasant words are pure. All right. Lots of evil plans around now, aren't there? Crazy. The one who profits dishonestly troubles his household, but the one who hates bribes will live. There are a lot of troubled households around Washington now, aren't they? Because most of those people take bribes, and if they don't take bribes, they find some way to blackmail them for something that they don't want to get out into the public. Troubles the whole household. Yeah, you could talk on that subject all day, huh? 28, the mind of the righteous person thinks before answering, but the mouth of the wicked blurts out evil things. Right? You got this? Let's highlight that. Thinks before answering. I could go with number 1 and 2 about arguing too. Think before you answer. Listen. 29, the Lord is far from the wicked, but he hears the prayer of the righteous. Right. 30, bright eyes cheer the heart. Good news strengthens the bones. True. One who listens to life-giving rebukes will be at home among the wise. Okay? If a wise person is trying to correct you, listen to them. Right? Do what they say. Sometimes it's the little old lady at church. You know? She's old, but she knows some stuff, and she's been through a lot. And if she's trying to tell you a better way to do something, you need to listen. Okay? Because they didn't get that far in life, without learning some things. Okay? That's good. I'll highlight that. 32, anyone who ignores discipline despises himself, but whoever listens to correction acquires good sense. Okay, that goes right along with the one above it. We can read those together. One who listens to life-giving rebukes will be at home among the wise. Anyone who ignores discipline despises himself, but whoever listens to correction acquires good sense. Right? Or acquires a heart. And 33, the fear of the Lord is what wisdom teaches, and humility comes before honor. Right. It says to fear the Lord first, then you'll find wisdom. What does wisdom teach you? To fear the Lord. Follow, respect, awe, reverence. A lot of words you could put there. And humility comes before honor. Always be humble. Don't brag. Don't have pride on yourself. Right? You receive honor when somebody else lifts you up, not when you lift yourself up. So, being humble is the key. Okay? So there you go. That's Proverbs 15. We'll go over our highlights here. Talking about arguing. A gentle answer turns away anger, but a harsh word stirs up wrath. Right? And 4, the tongue that heals is a tree of life, but a devious tongue breaks the spirit. Right? It's a devious tongue. When you're arguing, you tear somebody down. Okay? Okay. My wife and I have been married for many years, and we have rules. When we have a disagreement, we have rules that we follow. Okay? You must listen to the other person until they finish speaking. Okay? No devious tongue. Absolutely no name calling. You can't tear somebody down. Okay? You can't call, well, you're a jerk. Doesn't work that way. Okay? We are all created in the image of God. And none of us are jerks, and none of us are ugly. Okay? Stick to the matter at hand, and don't. Okay? I mean, there are volumes and volumes written about good pastors about arguing and stuff, okay? And there's parts in James and Ephesians that goes into great detail about how to listen, how to validate. Okay? Important stuff. And we highlighted 13. A joyful heart makes a face cheerful, but a sad heart produces a broken spirit. Right? That's true. A joyful, I mean, you can usually look at somebody and tell if they have a joyful heart or a sad heart. Okay. So when a sad heart is when you lose hope. Okay. And, hope should always be there. You always know where you're going to end up. If Jesus is in here and the Holy Spirit is up in you. Okay. Things get bad now. I mean, they were worried, the entire Egyptian army was coming on them when they were, and they were stuck at this huge ocean. They were dead for sure. Okay. There were a lot of people that give up hope before, God through Moses parted the Red Sea. And a lot of people are in those situations now. Okay. I'm this far from losing my house or losing my car. What am I going to do? Okay. It'll all turn out okay if you have hope and faith. Okay. It doesn't seem like it, but okay. I highlighted 16. Better a little with fear of the Lord than great treasure with turmoil. Okay. You notice all the rich people, 99% of them are in some kind of rehab. Okay? Because money doesn't make everything all better. It usually makes things worse. You have small problems with no money. If you have big money, you have big problems. Okay? And the Thanksgiving verse, better a meal of vegetables where there is love than a fattened ox with hatred. Okay? If you're going to go to one of those big family dinners or something and there's going to be trouble, you better just stay home. Okay? Stay home. There's no reason to put yourself through that. Okay? It's not worth it for the meal. Okay? Highlighted part of 18. A hot-tempered man stirs up conflict, but a man slow to anger calms strife. Okay? And that takes a lot of diligence and patience and prayer to be slow to anger. Highlighted 27. The one who profits dishonestly troubles his household, but the one who hates bribes will live. Okay? There's a lot of people. There's a lot of people you don't know that do this. Okay? They're not famous and they're not in the news, but it's easy to point out the ones that are in the news, whose families have profited dishonestly, and the whole household is corrupt. The whole family name is corrupt. Okay? And they take bribes, and they are in positions of power, and they have the chance to change something for the good, but they take bribes for momentary personal gain, and they don't do what their constituents, let's just say it, want them to do. They do what the lobbyists are paying them. And you know what? That will give the whole family a bad name. Okay? You don't have to mention any names to know whose families have bad names for doing just this. Okay? And it goes on. Standard operating procedure. Okay? And this goes along with the arguing up there. The mind of the righteous person thinks before answering. Okay? Think before you answer. Say it in your head. Say, now what is this sentence that I'm about to say? How is it going to affect that person? Okay? 90% of the time you end up not saying it. Think before you answer. But the mouth of the wicked just blurts out evil things without thinking. That's not going to solve anything. 31 and 32. One who listens to life-giving rebukes will be at home among the wise. Anyone who ignores discipline despises himself. But whoever listens to correction acquires good sense. Right? Listen to that old person that's trying to tell you something. Okay? They've gotten a lot farther in life than you have. And if they're telling you something, it's usually because they really want you to know it. They're not just talking to hear themselves talk. Okay. I'll be 65 this year, and there's lots of stuff I know. And my kids will tell me, Dad, I'm thinking about doing this. Okay, my kids are grown; they're in their 40s, and I won't say don't do that because that doesn't work. Okay, I will say, let me tell you what happened when I tried to do that, and I tell them, and then they most of the time they'll go, okay, that's not a good idea. I'm not going to do that. Wise. Your kids can be wise if you teach them. Right? And 33, the fear of the Lord is what wisdom teaches. I like that. It goes both ways, right? The beginning of wisdom is to fear the Lord. Wisdom teaches you how to fear the Lord. Cool, huh? And humbleness comes before honor. Being humble comes before honor. If you try and honor yourself, people are going to look at you and they'll hate you, okay? Anybody brags and I'm so smart, I did this and this and this and this and this. People don't like that. Let somebody else build you up, okay? So, there you have it. That is Proverbs 15 for Monday, July 15th. And where we're at in our Through the Bible in a Year and our other series. Back in Isaiah today, and I like Isaiah. I look forward to studying in Isaiah. That's cool stuff. So stay tuned for that. Give us a like if you think about it. Pass the word around. But until later, we'll do it again. See you next time.